Ready to go. Welcome to Digital Marketing Monday. Whew, man, today I'm going to be diving into profitable Facebook groups. Growing a Facebook group that's $10,000, $20,000 a month in profit for you and your business. It's going to get lit and real today. Me personally, I believe that Facebook groups are the most profitable and effective way to build community online. I don't know. I mean, look, I love Instagram. I love, I don't want to say I love it. I'm a fan of TikTok. I'm a fan of YouTube. I'm a fan of all social media platforms because I think social media platforms are amazing. I think the ability to do what we can do today and build these businesses online, even offline businesses, right? I mean, we've been doing some consulting with offline businesses with Facebook groups. You feels? But I don't think there's any other place that builds community like a Facebook group. So say what's up if you're watching live. Say what's up so I can say hey to you. What up? Angela, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you. Who else? If you haven't clicked, Kevin, I can see you on the comments. What's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm excited for you today. All right. Let me know what you did this weekend as we kick this thing off. What did we do this weekend? We went to church yesterday. Had a great time at church. Had an amazing service. You know them services that you go to and you gotta like rewatch it. You're like, man. Maybe I need to rewatch that one. That was one of those yesterday. I went to that one yesterday. We had a good time with the kids. We're actually going on vacation again next week. So let me know what you got popping. Let me know what you got going on this summer. And let's dive into profitable Facebook groups. Now, if you're watching anywhere else on any broadcast, all right, you may not see my screen, especially if you're watching on Instagram. So if you're watching on Instagram and you want to see my screen on how you can grow a $10,000, $20,000 a month, $50,000. See, we're talking about $60,000 a month Facebook groups. In this one today, I'm going to show you what we helped our client Matt do. You may want to click the link or DM me to get into our Facebook group. Now, every single Monday, I'm live for you right here. I'm live with you, answering your questions, being your coach, helping you grow your business. I'm never going to hold anything back on this show. Okay, that's what we do. All right, that's just how I roll. So this is Digital Marketing Monday. I'm here to help you every single Monday at 12 o'clock Eastern. You feel me? So if you got questions on how to grow your business, your coaching business, to be specific, all right, then this is the place for you. Come back if you can't watch live, watch the replay, all right, because we are here to help you out. All right. So again, this is, let me share my screen real quick so I can get my banner up. Let's see. We got it up. Can you see it? Can you see my banner? I don't know if I can see my own banner. There's a banner. Where's the banner at? Where's my banner at? David Banner in the house. Where's my banner at? Anyway, maybe technical difficulty, so I'll just stop sharing. Act like I know how to work this thing. All right, damn StreamYard. Anyway, all right, this is the show for you. All right, we are here to help you every single Monday get more attention, get more leads, get more high ticket quality clients to you. All right, and make more of an impact. All right, so pin this group, pin this time in your calendar, and let's get into this thing. Okay, so why Facebook groups? You may be wondering, like, why is a Facebook group one of the most profitable things? We've been running Facebook groups, profitable Facebook groups, since 2015. I'll never forget the first Facebook group I ran that I was like really attempting to make a profitable thing out of this Facebook group. I don't know. Is my shit choppy in on Facebook right now? I see like one bar on my Wi-Fi. And it looks choppy on my other screen. Guys, is my shit choppy? I know I just said it again on here. Is it choppy? Is it choppy? Let me know if I'm choppy. Chris, what's up, man? Good to see you. Let me know what you did this weekend, man. Angela, Kevin, everybody else on here, let me know what you did. It's choppy. It's really choppy. I don't know what to do because my Wi-Fi, I can't control Wi-Fi. You know what? Comcast has been on the chopping block. I'm not gonna lie. Comcast has been on the chopping block for about 3 months now. And today might be the day where Comcast gets the boot. So I apologize if it's choppy. on Facebook. If it's not choppy on Instagram, then you'll get some good stuff. Okay. So family reunion, good things. Family reunion. All right, so here's one of the reasons I love Facebook groups, okay? Facebook groups are one of the places where people have like raised their hand to get your thing from you. The problem that you solve, the thing that you do, the thing that you help people, your expertise, how you show up as an expert, okay? How you change the world, how you make an impact. People are raising their hand and saying, hey, I want that from you, okay? I want that from you. So think about taking the crazy, I'll just call it a shit fest of what the algorithm is on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or Twitter or anything like that. And you're putting it and you're only talking to the people that have said, yes, I want to hear that exact thing from you. Okay. Like it's literally like herding your best leads into one place. You feels? You saw Snake Eyes? Is Snake Eyes good? Kevin saw Snake Eyes. I you know what? I was a big fan of G.I. Joe as a kid, and then I was really disappointed with the way, sorry for the tangent, but I was really disappointed in the way G.I. Joe took a hard left turn and just was really crappy, like over the years. And Snake Eyes looks good. I feel like the G.I. Joe franchise is like really trying to make a comeback. That's just me. Anyway, I digress. Okay. And Facebook groups give you special features to connect with people. All right, I'm going to be diving into some of those special features that we use. Okay, but let me tell you this today. Okay, I'm going to be breaking down again how Matt, one of our clients, I'll actually show you his Facebook group today. How we helped him do $60,000 a month. How we're helping him make his first $100,000 a month using a free Facebook group. All right. It's not a hard strategy. It's not crazy. It's very specific. All right. And it's also very intentional. All right. So if you're ready to hear that, let me know. Just say I'm ready in the comments. Even if you're on Instagram, say I'm ready in the comments so I know you're ready and you're listening. And if you are on Instagram and you want to see my screen, because I am going to be sharing my screen, I'm going to be talking about some stuff today. Make sure that you shoot me a DM and just say group. All right, and I'll add you to the Facebook group because I am going to be breaking down some math that you want to see, okay? One thing to note, all right, just about Facebook groups right now, Facebook, if you haven't noticed, if you watch television at all, they are really pumping Facebook groups, okay? They're really pumping them. They're saying like, hey, join a Facebook group. Find the Facebook group that's right for you. If you saw the Super Bowl, I mean, they're pumping Facebook groups right now. So Facebook wants you to grow Facebook groups, okay? They're putting effort into Facebook groups. You may even notice your news feed has changed on Facebook. Why? Because they're showing you more from Facebook groups. It used to be that you had to actually go to the Facebook group to see what was popping and locking and dropping on the news feed inside the group. Now they're saying, hey, these are the groups that you like. We're putting it right in front of your face, okay? So it's like this herded in newsfeed that if you're not taking advantage of, you are missing out on. Is y'all ready? Everybody's saying they're ready. Who on the gram? I haven't seen anybody on the gram say you're ready. Are your thumbs broke? Let's have some fun, damn it. A Facebook group can literally be its own separate business entity of your business, okay? And I want you to start thinking about your social media that way, okay? Now, I'm a big fan of using social media platforms to drive to like one thing, okay? But it's really difficult to take people from Instagram, from a Facebook group. Let me ask my Instagrammers right now. You're watching here on Instagram. Are you going to come join the Facebook group? Just answer yes or no. Just answer yes or no. Just say yes or no. Yes or no. I'm just curious. I don't care if you do or not. I'm just curious. Why? Because I want to know if my numbers stay right. Okay. But maybe you're watching on Instagram, you're already in the Facebook group, and I just caught you in the wrong app. Who knows? I don't know, right? But it can be difficult to get people over. Okay, so thinking about Facebook group or your Facebook group as like, all right, this is my Facebook strategy. Is I'm literally using this Facebook group as like one entity of my business. Okay, that's how we roll. Okay, let me tell you, you don't have to have 50,000 people. You don't have to post 3 to 6 times a day in a Facebook group. You don't have to do all these crazy things that a lot of people feel like they have to do to run a successful Facebook group. Okay. Now I am going to be breaking down module 3 out of Digital Impact Academy. All right. So if you've seen Digital Impact Academy before, if you're a Digital Impact Academy client, and maybe you're a new client, maybe you've been slacking, maybe you're a slacky client, I'm breaking shit down right out of module 3 today. Okay. That's what we doing. So you'd be like, oh man, this is some good stuff. You got the better stuff, because I'm not breaking down everything. I only got like 40 minutes here. So I'm not breaking down everything. Okay. All right. So don't be thinking that I'm just giving away all the goodies, but I'm going to be answering your questions today. All right. So if you have questions, make sure that you ask those questions. I'm probably going to be answering most of them already, but make sure that you answer, or that you ask the questions. That way we can help you out. Okay. Let me open up this Facebook group so I can share my screen with you, fam. And let's go into this thing. Let's dive in. All right. So when we first started doing this, we helped one of our guys, Will, launch a Facebook group to over 4,000 people organically. Okay. We did that just by naming the group the right thing and setting up the group the right way. Okay. Now, Will is on pace to hit $30,000 a month in his business just by using this same formula. All right. We're going to be breaking down Matt's group. He's hit $60,000 a month in his group. He's on pace to hit 100K a month right now in his group. And I also want to note that this is the second funnel. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. Let me know if you guys can see my screen, because last time I fudged up and I didn't know what I was doing apparently. So there we go. All right. So first things first. All right. I want you to understand that a Facebook group funnel, okay, is the second funnel on our essential funnel list. Okay. If you've been following us for any time, our big thing is we don't want to help coaches build websites. Okay. Websites are probably the most least beneficial thing that you could ever have in your business in the front. Okay. What I mean by that is we want to show you how to build the right funnels that will help your website be put together the right way. Okay. So the first funnel that you need is what we call a booking funnel. This booking funnel helps you get on the phone with qualified leads daily. Okay. Because that's the fastest way for you to make a sale, especially if you're not doing 10 or 20 grand a month in your business. Fastest way for you to make a sale, get on the phone with someone. All right. That's the first funnel. That funnel needs to be on your website. See, most people do this backwards. They try to build a website that's not actually making sales. If you want a website that does sales, you'll build these funnels out first. Let me know if that makes sense. Just say makes sense in the comment section if that makes sense. The second funnel that we typically build is what we call a community growth funnel. Okay. That says growth, community growth funnel. And it's typically a funnel that we use to grow your Facebook community. All right. This is your community. That's also going to go on your website. All right. That's how it typically works. So again, when we're helping someone grow a Facebook group, I want to just create a lot of belief in you right now. Okay. And I also want you to do your Facebook group math. All right. So we're going to do some quick math real quick, because let me ask you a quick question. Do you believe that you can do $10,000, $20,000 a month in your business? Like, do you really believe it? I know every day. I mean, sometimes you see it all over the place. You hear it all over the place. People are doing 10, 20, 50, $100,000 a month. I mean, our coaches, the coaches that we just hired, are doing $700,000 a month in their business. It's insane, right? So you hear these numbers, and sometimes I feel like you can get kind of numb to like the numbers. But I just want to know, just say, I believe, if you think, or if you know, not think, language Monday, right? If you know that you can do big things in your business, if you know that you're on the cusp of doing something great, of making a really big impact, of really playing big, okay, just let me know. All right. And here's something that I do a lot, because if you want to create new belief with yourself, you got to start doing what we call the $1 million math. Today is probably going to end up being like $500,000 math. All right. If we do it the right way. So here's the deal. If you have an offer, and let me know what your offer is in the comment section. Let me see if I can see offers on Instagram. Let me know what your offer is on Instagram. But if you have an offer that's $3,000, okay, let's just start there. $3,000 offer. Now, I want to also pinpoint that if you have any expertise as a life coach, a business coach, a relationship coach, and you're not charging $3,000 for your product or service, let me tell you something, you're undercharging your product. I know Alicia's on here. She's one of our clients. When Alicia came to us, she was charging like $200 for coaching. No bueno, right? It's crazy that when she started charging $4,000 for a product, how more people started buying, less objections. Like, I mean, it just changes. It changes so many things. And this is not going to be an offer training today. But again, if you've got an offer that's $3,000, all right, that's the math that we're doing here. Okay. So if you got an offer that's $3,000, and let's just say our Facebook group grows by 10 people a day. Okay. Which is not a lot. I mean, you can do that. You can do 10 people a day organically. With the right strategies, you can do 10 people a day really, really easily for probably $10-20 a day, depending on what industry and niche you're in. But you can do 10 people a day into your Facebook group. Okay. If you use the strategies that I'm going to be talking about today in this video, okay, that are our daily post. All right. And a lot of times you don't even have to post daily. These are just our group posts. If you're willing to go live once a week in your group and we can create a good lead magnet. Okay. You are going to do what we call the 4 C's. They're going to lead to our content. It's going to lead to conversation. Conversations lead to calls, and calls lead to clients. Okay. Can I get an amen on that one? Okay. It's really simple, guys. Simple content strategy leads to daily conversations. Daily conversations lead to daily calls. And if you get daily calls, you should be getting daily clients. Okay. So guys, all we have to do is we need to focus. You know, I tell people all the time, if you just focus on one thing, Corey, my man, what's up, dude? You know, most people out here could build $1 million businesses if you just focus on one thing. If you focus on one problem that you solve, if you focus on the one skill that it takes to continuously solve that problem better and better, if you focus on one micro niche, all right, the high ticket micro niche that can afford $3, $5, $10, $20,000 packages. And then you focus on building one offer for that person, that micro niche. And then you focus on creating one funnel with one lead source. Today's lead source that we're talking about is a Facebook group. Okay. We're talking just simple Facebook groups, one lead source, and you stick to that for 1 year. That's the steps to creating the life that you want. It's focusing on one thing and focus, focus, focus. Just focus. That's it. Period. Now, get this. If you were to bring in 10 people a day times 31, that's 310 people a month to your Facebook group. Okay. To the group. Okay. If only 10% of those people got on a call with you each month, all right, let's just say times 10. 10% times 31. That means that 31 people are going to get on a call with you. Okay. Now, again, maybe you're saying, oh my God, I'm afraid to get on the phone. You look, this isn't about phone calls either. This ain't about Zoom calls, but you need to get over that. If you want to work with somebody, if you want to work with someone for 3 months, 6 months, or a year, are you going to let the fear of getting on the phone with someone that you actually want to spend, you know, a portion of your life with? You're going to let, I mean, the phone is just so you can figure out, hey, do I really want to be with this person for the next 3 to 6 months or a year, right? I need to figure that out. That's why I'm hopping on the phone with them. Okay. And especially if you're not making 20 grand a month in your business. Okay. Let's see. My ticket is like a third of that. I better dig in today and work that out. Yes. Angela, I've been on the phone with you. $3,000 is a minimum. Sorry. It's the minimum. We got to get there. There's things that we can work through that will make that a no-brainer. Okay. Now, again, let's multiply that times 50%. And that means that if 50% of the people that I get on the phone with buy from me, okay, that means I'm at 15 clients a month. Okay. And if I get 15 clients a month at $3,000, that's $45,000 a month for my business. That is over $500,000 a year. Guys, what if you were to do like half of these numbers or a quarter of these numbers? What if you were to have an offer that was $6,000, okay, instead of $3,000? What if you were to have an offer that was $9,000? All of a sudden, these same numbers, you're talking about $1 million business just from a Facebook group. Okay. So is the Zoom or phone better? Me personally, I like Zoom. I like Zoom because you can connect. You can look in somebody's eyes. You can get a feel for them. I think you can create a better, faster, energetic connection on Zoom, but it's not mandatory. Okay. Before we started using Zoom and Skype, I would hop on the phone with people, and I really do feel like you can make the same connection on the phone. Okay. So I wouldn't let that be something that creeps in my head a lot. Okay, because I know that they can be effective the same way. Okay, here's some of the mistakes that I see when people that are launching Facebook groups. Okay, here's some of the mistakes. One, they're posting too much. I've literally seen people talk about the posts that need to go in a Facebook group, and they're talking about posting 3 times a day, posting like 20 times a week. We used to do this. We were taught this. We paid tens of thousands of dollars to a coach that was telling us, you got to post 3 times a day. You got to really lay it out. I mean, they got to be seeing stuff all day long. And it's like, less is more, people. Less is more. Can I get it? Repeat that. Less is more. Okay. If I'm looking up, I'm trying to see comments on, I'm looking at the comments on Instagram, but less is more. Okay. So you don't have to post. You can literally post 3 times a week and be effective inside of a Facebook group. Okay. Posting randomly, we got to get to a place where we're posting intentionally inside of our Facebook groups. We've had trouble with people not showing up at all. All right. Or just being really inconsistent. All right. Or going live every single day or going live randomly. Okay. Guys, you got to let go of these mistakes. Okay. There were some of the top things that I see people doing wrong inside of Facebook groups. And we got to let that stuff go. Okay. Do what we're talking about today inside of your Facebook group, and it's going to thrive. Okay. So let's start at the top. All right. I know, I mentioned this earlier. Again, if you're a Digital Impact Academy client, we go over this inside of module 3. And module 6. All right. So just know, if you haven't gone through those modules, we dive deep into everything. I mean, literally laid it all out for you. All right. We're going to be scratching the surface on those things today. All right. So I know one of the big questions is, when should I launch my Facebook group? Okay. There are times where people aren't ready to launch a Facebook group. Okay. And typically, just like I said earlier, it's harder to get people from Instagram over to Facebook. It's hard to get people from Instagram over to YouTube, or TikTok over to YouTube, or TikTok to a Facebook group. Typically, Facebook people go to Facebook groups. Okay. So when should you launch a Facebook group is really when you've started to establish your message on Facebook and you're ready to start herding those people into one place. If you're really still trying to figure out your message, in a real, you don't even know the problem you solve. All right. Then I would not start a Facebook group, because Facebook groups are meant to build community and solve a problem. People are done. I mean, there's millions of Facebook groups now. People have been using Facebook group strategies for 5-6 years now. Like I said, we started this right when a lot of people started doing it too. In 2015 was when it started to really take off. And so there's so many Facebook groups now that people just don't want to be in random groups. So if you're gonna make your group just a commodity, okay, and it's just gonna be like, oh, hey, launching a Facebook group, then you shouldn't launch a Facebook group. Get specific. If you have a blue ocean, if you know that as a relationship coach, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to help people find love. I'm going to help men, get into a space where they can be in better relationships. If you can get specific on the thing that you are doing, the problem that you're solving, okay, that's when you can launch a Facebook group. Okay. The other thing is, people just have random names for their Facebook group. All right. We don't want to just have a random name for your Facebook group. We want to have a name where it says, hey, this is what we do. All right. So relationships for entrepreneurs. All right. I know that this is the group name. This is what the group does, and this is who it's for. All right. That's typically the formula that we follow when it comes to having an effective Facebook group name. Okay. This is one of the groups that this is Matt's group, the one that we're talking about. Matt does not have a ton of people in his Facebook group. Okay. There is, I think, about 700 people in this Facebook group. And right now we've been doing this group organically, but it's the name of the group and it's business coaching for tattooers, money mindset and clients. Okay. So it's very specific on the name. It's very specific on, what it does is business coaching, sales coaching for tattooers. So it's very specific on who it's for. Okay. So we have people that are joining this group every day because there's tattooers out there that are looking for a community. They're looking for a place that they can go and build a better, tattoo business. Okay. So again, what we see a lot of times is people they don't name their group in a clear way that allows the people that are actually coming into the group to know that they're there for a reason. Okay. So that's very important. All right. What should my group be about? All right. I think we just kind of answered that. I know all the questions that you guys asked about Facebook groups today, but what should your group be about? Again, simple. What problem do you solve? Okay. If you can get clear on the problem that you solve, then we should know that. Okay. Next question that kind of came up was, what's the best way to grow the Facebook group, organically or using Facebook ads? I'm a big fan of both. All right. I want you to grow your group daily, organically as much as you can. There's things that we've done to grow our group using organically, just using invite challenges. Now, again, I am of the here's my philosophy on invite challenges, right? And what an invite challenge is basically you offer up some prizes, you offer up some cool stuff, and you get the group members that are in there now to invite 5, 10, 15 of their closest friends in the same niche or same space. Okay. The thing about that is you're going to pay either way. Okay. It's like, if you think about it like this, I know this may be, I like to use this analogy all the time. If you're taking somebody to dinner, all right, and your whole mission on taking them out on a date and taking them out to dinner, if your whole mission was just to get them home at night, and you paid $200, $300 for dinner, and your chances of scoring are still, they're up in the air, right? It's a percentage. You never know what's going to happen. You're still rolling the dice. Or, and again, I'm not of this. All right, this is not me, but I'm saying, or you could just pay somebody directly $300, and then you're going to get what you want. That's how I look at organic versus paid ads. Now, again, hey, that's just my way of thinking. Again, I think it's funny too, but again, it gives you a good illustration of the difference between organic and paid ads. When you're doing paid ads to get people to the group every day, then you know exactly what you're going to get. If I pay this, I'm going to get this. If you are doing something like an invite challenge to get people to your group, you're going to pay it, but you never know what's going to happen. That's why we set up rules. We go over this inside of Digital Impact Academy as well. We break everything down. I would say posting about your group once a week. And you can do different types of posts to get people to your group. I'll drop one on you real quick here. This is just one of ours where I posted about. I didn't actually post about the group directly. What I did was I just kind of mentioned something about Facebook groups, and I started a conversation. Okay, so here's an example of this one. All right, hopefully this one helps out a little bit. All right, let's share the screen. All right, so you should be seeing my wall on Facebook. Let me know if you can see it in the comment section, just so I know you can see it. But again, this wasn't directly about the Facebook group. I just asked a quick question. Who do I know that runs a Facebook group? Okay. And then you can see all the people that commented. That post will probably have about a week lifespan. So content led to conversation. So all these people that I'll start a conversation with, then I can go in and chat about, like, getting people to this live training. And then they would have to get into the group to actually see this training that I'm doing on Facebook groups. Okay. So it kind of indirectly gets people to a Facebook group. I can also do something like, hey, our Facebook group just hit, 1,600 people, or, our Facebook group just hit, 2,000 people. Like, celebrate those milestones, and it allows people to see like what's happening in your Facebook group. Celebrate people that are inside of the Facebook group doing things, making things happen. Those are great ways to weekly kind of like to grow the Facebook group organically. Okay, so there's all sorts of ways to grow organically. Facebook, they will promote your group, but again, there's so many groups that it's hard to rely on Facebook itself to promote your group. Okay. And so that's the organic versus paid. Again, I'd rather do paid because I know I like a predictable kind of style. I look at it like this too, guys. If you were to do like an organic launch in your Facebook group and you make $3,000 per sale, and you were to get 2 sales or 3 sales, like, wouldn't you want to use some of that money to then switch to a more predictable process? And so it's not about, for me, it's about having the right mindset with organic versus paid. And so you may say, you know what, I need to do something organically the first round, or the first 2 rounds that I'm trying to monetize my Facebook group. But then it's if I'm monetizing my Facebook group, especially at $3,000 a ticket, then I need to use that money in a smart way, right? I need to say, all right, like, how can I take 30% of that, or maybe even half of that, and start creating a paid ad budget so I can start building myself towards a more predictable business. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense. Let me know if you have any questions on that. All right. Let's talk about questions. Let's talk about questions to get in the Facebook group. Did I talk about that? I thought I put that down here. Let's put that down. Questions. Yeah. All right. I know a lot of people asked about the review process of letting people in the Facebook group, right? First of all, if someone is in 800 other groups, they're probably not going to get in my group. Just saying. I'd probably recommend that person not to get in your group as well. I'm very picky on who we want in our Facebook group. I personally believe, Cecilia, what's up? Good to see you. Hope you had a good weekend. I personally believe that a good Facebook group is quality over quantity. I don't see our free group getting to over 10,000 people. I'd rather have a process of deleting people that aren't active, deleting people that aren't quality people out of the Facebook group, than just having the puffed up chest of, oh, we have a group of 20,000 or 50,000 people. I don't really care about the quantity of the number, and you shouldn't either. Okay. Quality is always going to win 100% all the time. Okay. So when we think about that, we also don't want to get caught in thinking about like, how much does it cost us per lead to get into the Facebook group? Because at the end of the day, if you're selling something that's $3,000, $6,000, $10,000, I mean, the number that we should be looking for is cost to get a customer, not cost to get a lead. All right, we'll go into that into another day. All right, but when we're talking about questions, let's switch up the thing. Questions to get in. You've got 3 questions to get people into the group. Okay. Let's go to ours. Okay. Here's the formula that we like to use when it comes to formulating the questions that go into our Facebook group. Okay. We like to use the word POP. Okay. And that stands for Paradise Obstacle Plan. If you're familiar with our connection process with leads, that's what we call it. It's called POP. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen really quick. Let's share the screen and make the share screen process kind of, okay. So our process is called POP. Okay. And that stands for Paradise Obstacle plan, and pitch. Okay. And as people come in, all right, I want to know what they are. Okay. Let me know some idea like, hey, where are you at? Where are you at in your life or your business? Where are you at with your fitness? Where are you at in your relationship? What's your goal with your relationship? Like what I need to know a couple things. Okay. I just need to know a few things that are going to allow me to start a conversation. Okay. Those are typically my first two questions. Okay. So what do you want to know about a lead when they come into your Facebook group? What are two things that you'd love to know? For us, is I want to know what kind of coach you are, and I want to know what kind of goals you have for your business. That's it. Period. All right. And then I want to know, are you open to a conversation? Okay. Now that third question, I know Kevin asked, hey, can we ask for an email? You can ask for an email. A lot of times, just because of the way Facebook is set up now, if you don't have like a third-party software to actually collect that email and then send that email or phone number over to your active campaign or a simple texting account, it takes a lot of manual work to grab that email, and Facebook doesn't save that information. So once it's off, it's gone. Okay, if it doesn't go over to like a third-party software, that information's gone. So for us, I just want to know, do you want to connect with us or not? Period. Yes or no. That's it. Okay. And so once they answer that yes or no, typically we like to treat our Facebook group. I'll roll up the questions here. Let's find the questions. We like to treat our Facebook group like a hotel. Okay. And the reason why we say that is like, we are going to talk to everyone that comes into our Facebook group. We want to say hi to them. We want to greet them. We want to make them feel loved. We want to make them feel welcome. We want to make them feel important and special. And that's everybody. Okay. But if they say yes to wanting help, we're going to do all those things, but then we're going to be very specific about the help that they wanted, because at the hotel, they were already booked. Like they're already saying like, hey, I wanted help. They're not just coming in to see if they want to get a room or not. They are here. Okay. So that's kind of how we look at it. That's how we train our team. Let me know if let me know if you're getting value from this so far. Just let me know. Just say the word value if you are getting some value from this so far. Because I think, again, this is a very important topic. I mean, I think that you can do some amazing things just in a Facebook group in your business. I mean, you don't have to have a website. You don't have to do any. I mean, literally just using a Facebook group can be absolutely insane. Okay. The value. Yes. Good. All right. So let's move on to one of the other most important questions that we're talking about. If I didn't answer your question, please let me know. Please drop it. That way I can get you an answer that you need. One of the big ones is, how quickly should I monetize my group? Okay. I feel like people will make this mistake no matter what we do, but you need to monetize out the gate. All right. One of our clients, Melissa, she's the top of mind because she's like one of the ones that's doing this for the first time. Typically what we do is we're going to launch the Facebook group. Okay. We're going to get people in the group. We're going to get them at the door, waiting for them to get to the door. We have a strategy on how you can do that. It's really simple. It's like 3 posts that we use to create, awareness, anticipation, and announcement. That's how we do it. That's how we grow and launch a Facebook group or get people in the group. All right. It's 3 types of posts. Okay. We dive deep into this in Digital Impact Academy. We actually write out the 3 posts for you. But one is an awareness post, awareness about the problem. Okay. Hey, this problem's going on. This is what, I'm standing up to this problem. Stand up for something. You write a post like that. And then day or 2 later, let that post ride. Day or 2 later, then you say, you know what? I've got a big announcement. I don't know what, I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but it's a big announcement and I can't wait, and, create some anticipation, and then wait a couple more days, do an announcement. And hey, I'm launching the Facebook group. This is what it's going to do. This is how it's going to help people, yada, yada, yada. And that's it. All right. So hopefully that helps you out a little bit. All right. Look at that. Look at that idea for you. But once you do that and you got people waiting at the front door, you're letting these people in, and they're going to get into the Facebook group. First of all, the way that you welcome people into the Facebook group is very important. Okay. So this goes into monetizing your Facebook group. If you don't welcome them the right way, and from the jump, welcome them and say, hey, look, listen, this is what this free group is for. And there are things for you to purchase if you want to move past the free. The free is great, right? But there are things to purchase. Letting them know that in the welcome post is vital, because they know, again, buyers buy. Tire kickers want to kick tires, right? Buyers find a way to buy. That's what they do. I'm a buyer, right? If I want something, I'm going to go get it. If I don't have the means to get it, I'm going to go make the means to get it. Buyers buy it. Buyers find a way. So you need to allow that buyer that comes into your Facebook group to know that, yes, there is something to buy here. If you don't let them know on the beginning, and you have to do it in a very natural way, okay? It's a very natural way. You can go watch our welcome video. We let people know that, hey, welcome to this free group. These are the things that you're going to get for free. However, we do have some things that you can purchase if you know that you want to move faster, if you want to move at a different pace, if you want more hands-on, if you want done for you, then guess what? This is the thing that you can do for you, okay? Easy. Draw the line right there. There's nothing wrong with that. Typically, I like to give value, pure value, for about 2 weeks before I'm going to say, hey, you know that thing I talked about in the welcome thing? Guess what? Here it is. Okay. So again, let me know if that makes sense to you. Let me know if you can hear that and see that, because when people come into the group, okay, if I'm launching a brand new Facebook group, if I'm relaunching a group, I want to let people know in the welcome message that I'm drawing a line. This is what's free, and there's an option to buy. Okay. But then if it's new, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to wait a couple weeks. Okay. I'm going to give just pure value, creating content, creating conversation, and creating the space for calls. And then I'm going to go for what we call a spike launch. All right. Where we go through a specific 4-day launch. It's very simple, it's very intentional. And it's meant to get all the people that have been engaged in the group off the fence and to become a client. And we do those every 6 weeks. Okay. So let me know if that makes sense. Let me know if that gives you value. Let me know if that answers the question on how quickly I should monetize my Facebook group, because I know that's a big question. We want to make sure that gets answered for everybody. Taking notes. Yes. All right. So again, I think the biggest thing when it comes to growing a Facebook group, monetizing your Facebook group, me personally, it's going live once a week and connecting with your people. Allowing that connection with them, okay, and putting your lives in the guide section. The guide section, yes, spike launches happen within the group. We typically don't even do spike launches outside of Facebook groups. We do them a little differently, but we typically do them inside of the Facebook group. And boom, boom, boom. How do you get out of the friend zone? Well, first, what I just said will keep you out of the friend zone. Sometimes once you're in the friend zone, it's a tough place to be, because you've put yourself there. You've allowed the space for that opening to be in the friend zone. And so sometimes, I don't know the context of like how deep you're in the friend zone with someone, but sometimes it's just being open and honest. You know what I mean? Like, hey, if you want to dive deeper into the context of that question or the situation, be happy to answer it. My group is 3 months old. If you haven't done what we call like a spike launch in there, if you haven't been promoting anything in there, then there's people that you can likely monetize now by doing that. There's likely people that may leave because you haven't created that space to where they know that there is something to buy. Okay. I wouldn't worry about the people that are going to leave. Honestly, what I would worry about now is just making sure the group is set up the right way, making sure that you're connecting with people in a way that they know they can grab something from you, or there's another step in the process. And that's why we do this very, very specifically, because every step is very intentional. But I would not worry about the people that are going to leave. I would focus on getting the new people in there and indoctrinating the new people. That way they create some momentum. And the people that are open to working with you, the people that are open to another step, those people are going to stay. And the new people are going to create the momentum that some of the older people are going to get locked into. And that'll get you on the right track inside of a Facebook group that you possibly weren't monetizing well out the gate. Let me know if that makes sense, Lisa. And again, there are some things that if you really want us to take a look and dive into what's going on specifically inside of your Facebook group, a lot of times Facebook groups are very different depending on the group, depending on the client, depending on the members. So you want to make sure that we're really looking at that group closely, so you can monetize, because a lot of people are just leaving money on the table inside of their Facebook groups just because they're not following a very intentional and simple process, really on a weekly basis and on a bi-monthly basis. Okay, that's typically your cycle. A good cycle inside of your Facebook group is understanding how to go about your week the right way, but then also understanding the process of how to create a spike in your revenue every 6 weeks, which is bi-monthly. Make sense? Let me know if that makes sense. All right. So again, one of the best ways to stay out of the friend zone is to make sure that people know that there's something to buy. Also, I'd probably point it right back, Lisa, that if you're not going live once a week in your Facebook group at a specific day and a specific time inside of your Facebook group, you're likely allowing yourself to stay in the friend zone. So let me know, Lisa, do you go live once a week in your group, specific day, specific time? Have you named your show? Does it have a name to it? Right? Like do people know that Digital Marketing Monday happens every Monday, 12 o'clock Eastern? This is what you're going to get out of the show. This is what we're going to help you with. This is why you need to tune in. This is why you need to put this on your calendar. All right. Those are things that can make a huge difference, and possibly why people are in the friend zone. I'd also say that if I were to look in your group, I'd probably see okay, so that is going to make a difference. I'd probably see what we see in most groups, random post. They don't have the intentional post that we talk about, and it just doesn't. What happens is it kind of every week it kind of puts you in the friend zone. Why? Because people just post like random quotes, or they'll post a random meme, and they get engagement, but it's not helping people see or become aware of the problem that you solve. It's not helping people overcome the objections that they're in their mind. It's not helping people move forward in the buying process. And what happens is you've got these random posts that actually get engagement. And that's the messed up part, is because we'll look in a group and it's like, oh, this is a pretty active group, but it's not monetizing because the posts that are actually happening inside of the group are not moving people forward. They're not written with intent. They're not handling the objection. And so what happens is the posts that we do in a week inside of our Facebook group all work together to create daily client acquisition. Some posts are about things in my program to get them used to hearing it. Okay, cool. So that's good. All right. Those are all great things. What it's probably coming down to is how it's written. Okay. We do what we call a value post once a week. It's probably the most important post. I don't know. You may have noticed it. You may have not. All right. We usually do that post. Typically pops up on a Wednesday or a Thursday. Those are so intently written that they're written to specific people, and they move people down the buyer's process. They handle an objection. They do all the things that a buyer would need to hear and see in order to make a buying decision, yes or no. And again, as I end this, all right, the point that we want to get people to is not yes. The point that we want to get people to is, can I get you to a buying decision? That's all that matters. Yes is no, or yes is great. No is great. Can I get someone to a buying decision? I'm out of time, fam. All right. If you want more on this, all right, and you have not booked your client enrollment game plan session with one of our Clarity coaches, all right, make sure that you do that. All right. Just type the word clients in the comment section. You'll get a free call with one of our Clarity coaches to help you gain clarity on your client acquisition process. All right. It's a free call. There's nothing for sale on the call. The call is simply there to see if we can even help you or not. All right. And if we can, we'll lay out a full client enrollment game plan for 12 months for you absolutely free. All right. If you want that, just comment the word clients. All right. And we'll help you out. If you got some value from this one, make sure to save it. It will be in the guide section. Make sure that you put Digital Marketing Monday on your calendar for next week. All right. Monday, noon Eastern. It's going down. We'll be here for you. If you have Facebook group questions, post them here and we'll come back and we'll answer them in the thread. All right. Have a blessed day, my friends. We love you. Thank you for being here. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you chose to hang out with us and we appreciate you for that. Holla. See you later. I'm outie. Peace.